I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
Which, by the way, how annoying is The View getting? God, they're insufferable, that lot, aren't they?
Right.
The dazzling set of The View as the lively chatter of its renowned hosts fills the room. Yet beyond the confines of their famous couch, a storm is brewing, one that has the entertainment world buzzing. Elon Musk, the tech mogul and one of the most polarizing figures of our time, has landed in the crosshairs of daytime TV's most outspoken personalities. And let's just say Musk isn't the type to take a hit without firing back.
Here's some news for you. The former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's.
It all began when the hosts of The View, never ones to back down from controversy, decided to dive into the turbulent waters of Musk's expanding political influence. With the South African-born billionaire now a central figure in the new presidential administration, thanks to his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOE initiative, his role has become a hot topic of debate. And on The View, they held nothing back. From sarcastic remarks about his dramatic budget cuts to outright questioning his presence in the Oval Office, the co-hosts took direct aim. Whoopi Goldberg even went so far as to remind Musk during a recent episode, "Nobody elected you." Her words were met with roaring applause, further fueling the public's awareness of the escalating feud.
That this wasn't the guy to fix anything. This is the guy that is the king of breaking things, as we can see.
Right. Yeah. Well, Congresswoman, Elon Musk and Doge, the team, have been infiltrating and dismantling federal agencies. He says he's rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse, all while gaining access to some of our most sensitive data. So you sit on the Doge subcommittee, run by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
But it didn't end there. The View's Joy Behar jumped in with her signature sarcasm, taking aim at the Tesla and SpaceX CEO's aggressive cost-cutting measures. "He's slashing programs left and right," Behar quipped, "but maybe he should start with those defense contracts that keep him swimming in billions." The discussion quickly escalated into a broader critique of Musk's growing influence over national policy. Co-host Alyssa Griffin speculated that President Trump might be using Musk as a convenient scapegoat. "When people get upset about losing their favorite programs," Griffin remarked, "Trump will just point the finger at Elon." The tension between the hosts and Musk reached its peak when Sarah Haynes, somewhat reluctantly, admitted she found herself agreeing with none other than Steve Bannon, Trump's former chief strategist, who had recently labeled Musk a parasitic illegal immigrant. Echoing Bannon's populist stance, Haynes added, "We're seeing cuts that will hurt everyday Americans, while the wealthiest keep getting more breaks." The segment took on a life of its own as the co-hosts dissected Musk's every decision, painting a picture of a man increasingly disconnected from the values and traditions of the country where he built his fortune.
Interestingly enough, there was the court filing that came out, or there was the order that came out from Judge Chutkan yesterday, yes. Right? And one of the things that the White House and the DOJ is currently saying is that, Elon has no power. Yeah. Elon isn't.
But if there's one thing we know about Elon Musk, it's that he doesn't take criticism lightly. Shortly after The View aired its latest takedown, Musk fired back on social media with the kind of sharp, no-nonsense response that has made his online presence both infamous and impossible to ignore. Musk posted, "The ladies of The View are great talkers, but what have they actually accomplished? I'll wait." The tweet quickly went viral, racking up millions of likes and shares, and igniting a firestorm of reactions. His supporters rallied behind him, accusing The View of relying on cheap shots and sensationalism. Meanwhile, Musk's critics argued that his dismissive attitude only intensified the controversy, adding more fuel to the already raging fire.
Comes to questions about who is the administrator of Doge, actually. Do you believe that's an important question to have the answer to?
No, the issue is not who is technically the administrator, who has the title. Elon Musk is clearly running the show, the wealthiest person in the world, who has enormous conflicts of interests, who is helping to fund right-wing extremist organizations all over the world.
And did the fire rage on? The View hosts, unfazed by Musk's digital clapback, doubled down in their next episode. Whoopi Goldberg, her tone laced with disdain, responded directly to Musk's tweet. "We talk about Elon because it's our job. But as far as accomplishments go, let's just say we don't need billions of government dollars to make a difference." The audience erupted in applause, and social media once again exploded with reactions. It was clear. This wasn't just a fleeting spat. It had evolved into a full-blown feud, unfolding in real time for the world to witness.
Very rapidly under Trump into an authoritarian form of society. You know, the founding fathers, way back in the 1770s, these were nobody's fools. And what they had fought the King of England, an autocrat, had all the power, and they said, you know what? We don't want that in the new country. We're going to set up 3 separate equal branches of government. Every kid in the 6th grade knows who.
The idea may seem far-fetched, but in today's media landscape, stranger things have happened. Musk's supporters argue that The View's hosts have crossed the line, accusing them of spreading misinformation and resorting to personal attacks. On the other hand, the show's defenders see their critiques of Musk as a necessary check on his ever-expanding influence. The debate has become a reflection of the larger cultural divide, with both sides firmly digging in their heels.
Say someplace that could really use a lot of cutting. You know, Elon has very many, what do you call it?
Government contracts?
Yeah. I think, because I don't remember, maybe y'all heard it, but I don't remember looking for an armored car. And I don't remember.
Adding to the drama, Musk took to X once again, this time posting a cryptic message that left the internet buzzing. "Accountability is coming," he wrote, followed by a rocket emoji. The post sent fans and critics into a frenzy, sparking wild speculation about his next move. Was he planning a legal battle, a full-scale PR offensive, or something even more dramatic? Meanwhile, The View refused to back down, using their platform to amplify their criticisms of Musk. In one particularly fiery segment, Sunny Hostin questioned Musk's ethics, pointing to his lucrative government contracts and his role in shaping national policy. "How can we trust someone who benefits so much from the very system he claims to want to reform?" she asked, her tone sharp and unwavering. Her comment reignited online debates, with Musk's defenders accusing Hostin of hypocrisy due to her own recent legal troubles. But as the feud escalated, it became clear that this wasn't just a personal clash between Musk and The View. It was a battle of ideologies, a fight for the soul of public discourse. On one side stood Musk, the self-proclaimed disruptor who thrives on breaking norms and challenging the status quo. On the other was The View, a show built on amplifying diverse perspectives and holding powerful figures accountable. The stakes couldn't be higher. If Musk succeeded in his rumored efforts to take down The View, it would send shockwaves through the media world, raising urgent questions about power, influence, and free speech. But if The View managed to weather the storm, it would be a victory for open debate and the enduring power of television as a platform for discourse. Of course, the story doesn't end here. In fact, it's only just beginning. The Musk-View feud has become a cultural flashpoint, a reflection of the tensions defining our era. And as the drama continues to unfold, one thing is certain: everyone is watching. What will Musk's next move be? Will The View stand firm or be forced to retreat? And most importantly, what does all of this mean for the rest of us, caught in the crossfire of this high-stakes spectacle? As the curtain falls on this chapter, the stage is set for even more twists and turns. But The View isn't just facing heat from Musk. They're also grappling with their own scandals and controversies that threaten to overshadow the entire feud. From legal battles to public backlash, drama is nothing new for the show's hosts.
It looks like I don't remember asking for it. I don't know why I'm paying for it. Yeah. I want to know, when did I say, hey, we need another agency next to NASA? Yeah. So when did we start paying for his stuff?
You talk about SpaceX overseeing FAA?
No. You know that he's going to be cutting.
Yeah.
The drama between Elon Musk and The View might feel like the ultimate Hollywood showdown, but let's not forget, this isn't the first time the show has found itself embroiled in controversy. In fact, Musk's feud with the Outspoken co-hosts is just the latest chapter in a long history of scandals and conflicts that have kept this daytime talk show in the headlines for years. Whether it's their bold criticism of public figures, heated clashes with political heavyweights, or even legal troubles spilling into the spotlight, the women of The View are no strangers to stirring the pot. And trust us, the pot has been boiling over for quite some time.
If she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, oh, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is, but I think it's pretty...
Let's rewind a bit and revisit one of The View's most heated rivalries, Donald Trump and, by extension, his inner circle of advisors and spokespeople. You'd think by now the show would have run out of things to say about Trump, but that couldn't be further from the truth. From his first campaign to his second presidency, the co-hosts have remained relentless in their critiques, often turning their platform into a battleground for political debate. Take, for example, their recent remarks about Caroline Leavitt, Trump's newly appointed press secretary and the youngest person ever to hold the role at just 27. You'd think they might celebrate a young woman breaking barriers, right? Wrong. Instead, Joy Behar sparked outrage by implying that Leavitt only got the job because Trump considers her a 10. Behar's exact words? She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is. That single comment sent shockwaves through social media, with conservatives accusing Behar of blatant sexism and hypocrisy. The backlash was immediate, as commentators like Charlie Kirk and even former Trump staffers rushed to Leavitt's defense, calling Behar's remarks anti-woman and bitter.
I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips. I know you
It's
do.
just like
Twice
my
a
favorite.
day.
Here's all I hear from her. America's violent, America's racist, America's bad. Okay.
And speaking of headlines, let's talk about Sunny Hostin's ongoing legal drama. If you thought the spat with Musk was messy, wait until you hear this. Sunny's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, has been named in one of the largest RICO lawsuits ever filed in New York. The allegations? Fraudulent billing and receiving kickbacks for medical procedures. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hostin, along with nearly 200 other defendants, engaged in practices that exploited New York's no-fault insurance laws, billing millions in what? American Transit Insurance claims were fraudulent charges. The lawsuit even alleges that Dr. Hostin performed unnecessary surgeries and disguised the payments he received as dividends or other forms of compensation.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on...
But Sunny isn't backing down. In a fiery statement, she accused American Transit of orchestrating a smear campaign against her family, using her celebrity status to poison the well of public opinion. This is a desperate attempt by a near-bankrupt company to avoid paying what they owe, Sunny declared, and she didn't stop there. She announced plans to file a $5 million countersuit for defamation, claiming the reputational damage to her family is immeasurable. If there's one thing Sunny knows how to do, it's fight back, and she's bringing out the legal big guns to do it.
No, it's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
Still, the timing of this lawsuit couldn't be worse for Sunny, especially as The View faces increasing scrutiny. While she's been busy defending her husband, critics have been quick to point out the irony of her grilling public figures on ethical issues while her own family is caught up in legal troubles. It almost seems like The View's co-hosts live in a constant state of do as I say, not as I do, and people are starting to take notice.
I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system, and doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life.
And let's not forget The View's controversial takes on feminism. The hosts often position themselves as champions of women's rights, but their actions don't always align with their words. Take their treatment of conservative women, for example. Whether it's mocking Sarah Huckabee Sanders' appearance or dismissing Nikki Haley's political ambitions, The View has a habit of tearing down women who don't align with their ideology. This double standard hasn't gone unnoticed. Critics argue that the show is more interested in pandering to its liberal audience than genuinely supporting women in leadership. One particularly glaring example came when Whoopi Goldberg dismissed Melania Trump's advocacy for reproductive rights as nothing more than a ploy to undermine her husband's campaign. She doesn't want to be First Lady anymore, Goldberg speculated, adding that Melania's stance was just another way to take him out. While the comment was meant to be tongue-in-cheek, it sparked a heated debate over whether The View's hosts are too quick to dismiss women they disagree with. For a show that prides itself on empowering women, moments like these paint a very different picture.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. Right. He does the heavy.
As the dust settles on their latest controversies, one thing is certain: The View isn't going anywhere quietly. Whether you love them or hate them, the co-hosts have mastered the art of staying in the spotlight, and they're not afraid to ruffle feathers to do it. But with Elon Musk breathing down their necks, Sunny Hostin battling legal troubles, and critics calling out their double standards, the pressure is mounting. And who knows? The next scandal might be just around the corner. So what do you think? Are The View's hosts fearless truth-tellers, or have they crossed the line? Will Elon Musk follow through on his cryptic promises, or is this just another chapter in the show's long history of controversy? Let us know your thoughts, because one thing's for sure: this story is far from over. And as always, stay tuned, because when it comes to The View, there's never a dull moment.